So what we want to do is we want to qualify the people that you're going to talk to. In other words, you don't want to run around and just walk up to someone and say, hey, if I can show you a way to make $1,000 a week working part-time from home, would you be interested? And you just do that enough times, and yeah, they're in theory, man, that'll work. I once recruited a very successful network marketer in another company, and that's exactly what he did. He was embarrassing to go out to lunch with because he was hitting everybody. I mean, the guy that parked the car, the maitre d', and he was handing out business cards like crazy. And that's an effective way to do it. I'm going to show you a faster and an easier way. Woo! All right? Now, social network number 4 is you're not in a selling business. You're not in a convincing business. You're in a listening business. All right? And we'll break it out for you now before you leave. The whole idea is you don't want to talk to somebody about what you're selling until you know what they do, until you know they need what you have. And when I was working with Suzanne, it was kind of fun because initially, I mean, I talk about enthusiasm. You know, you have to have enthusiasm for what you do. And the first time I heard her on a boot camp, you heard her voice and her excitement. I said, listen, you can be outrageously successful. Problem for her was she was reaching out to the wrong people. And then, second part of that was when she was reaching out to the right people, she was saying the wrong things. So you don't have to sell anything. What you have to do is find out if the person on the other end has a genuine need for what you have, and then it's easy to show it to them. Listen, this can help. Now, to take your business to the next level, you want to think a little bit ahead. Because when you start talking to somebody, you want to start, and the first question we teach everybody to ask is, what do you do? I mean, think about it. We don't know, I don't know any of you here. I don't know anything about any of you. I'm looking at all of you. But if I went on Facebook, I know all of them. See, imagine walking into a room with 5,000 people, and I told you that there's 300 people in that room walking around, and they're all wearing green shirts. And these people will buy your business. They will come all in, and as soon as they come in, they're going to bring 2 or 3 of their friends. So you'd be walking around that room looking for the people in green shirts, right? Well, that's how easy it is to find a prospect for your business on Facebook. All right? That's how easy it is. And the thing is, it's just a matter of making the connection and having conversations. Now, when I started to teach this, and I was blown away the first time it was 21 years ago. And how do I know that? Because I got a message from LinkedIn. My best friend, we've been friends since the 6th grade. I have missed his birthday every year of my life. He always remembers mine. But I have missed his birthday every year of my life until this year. Why? I got a notice on Facebook. It's Art's birthday. He was blown away that I remember. I was blown away. Couldn't believe it. So what social networks do is they keep you in touch with people. And now what's happened is it's spreading almost like a fungus. Okay? I mean, it's just metastasizing, it's growing. Facebook is, without doubt, the finest social network in the world for you to prospect. Now, initially, when I started to teach this, I was teaching this to people that had burned through their warm markets. Okay? They were buying leads, they were spending lots and lots of money, and then a group from another company came to me and they said, "Can you show us how to apply what you teach to somebody that's just getting in the business?" Now, what do they do to you, or what do you do to anybody when you get them in the business? Make a list of your friends. We're going to call you friends. Well, okay, let's make a list of our friends. Let's find them on Facebook. Any of you have a high school yearbook handy?
Oh, okay. Handy?
Pull out your high school yearbook. Go through your high school yearbook. Yeah. Find somebody you went to high school with and send them a message. Hey, let's be friends on Facebook. I had a woman last month find up 26 people out of her high school yearbook in 1 month, top recruiter of the month. Now, everybody's different. Everybody's different. She was the valedictorian of her class. She was the cheerleader. She dropped dead gorgeous, and she had a lot of friends. But that doesn't preclude you from connecting with someone that was really friendly with you, and finding out they got a problem, finding out that you have a solution to their problem, and it's a marriage made in heaven.
So Max, you mean to tell me that you're on Facebook, somebody you haven't chatted with in 10 or 20 years, and you don't say, hey, I haven't seen you in a long time, here's my link, do you want my new business? You don't say that?
No. Well,
clarify.
Yeah, no, you don't. So what you do is, you know, I like fast, and I like easy. But you have to, everything you do on a social network has to be done with integrity. Because otherwise it doesn't last. So, on a social network, first thing you do is you go out and you connect with your friends. And then when you connect with your friends for the first time, go through, take your phone book, take your cell phone out, and plug in every phone number in your cell phone into that little search window. And if there's anybody that comes up that's not a friend of yours on Facebook, connect with them. Because if they're important enough to be on your call list, they're important enough for you to be with them in connected on Facebook, okay? Now, you can post something. Well, let's do it this way. You can take people on Facebook into 3 groups. Number 1, the people that you know, and you're directly connected with on Facebook. They're your friends. And then there's another group of friends. You've got Facebook friends, you have no clue who they are. You've never talked to them. Everybody's in a rush to make new friends. And everybody's in a rush to get followers. And everybody's in a rush to get likes. And everybody's in a rush to get comments, but nobody talks to each other. Nobody talks. And what you have to do is you have to talk. So you reach out first and you connect with all of your friends. And you send a little message. We're going to give you the scripts to use, but I want to caution you, personalize them. Okay? In other words, make it part of you. Make it your language. When you're writing to somebody, when you're texting, you're not sending them a series of questions. You're having a conversation. So when you ask somebody a question, they're going to answer you. And then you have to react and respond to what they said, and then you can ask them another question. And we're going to take you down a conversational path where in 20 minutes, you can literally discover a person has a problem, you know what that problem is, and you know you can help them, and you know his network marketing history. Okay? And that's very, very important, because otherwise they won't tell you, and then you send them the link to your page. How many people have sent links to your business to someone and you never heard from them again? Come on.
All the time.
All right? That doesn't have to happen anymore. It really doesn't. Because you don't be in a hurry to send the link. If that link cost you $100 every time you shared it, what would you do? You'd be a little bit more selective about who you gave it to, right? Exactly. So, first you reach out to your friends. Then you reach out to the friends of your friends, but you could also reach out to total strangers. Now, back in, I guess it was 2009, about the same time Facebook added live chat, a social network started to come on the scene called LinkedIn. How many of you are on LinkedIn? How many of you aren't? Raise your hand. Okay, LinkedIn has become Facebook for professionals. Now, we're going to show you how you can go on Facebook and you can connect with the people you know, connect with people that are friends of your friends. But now let's say, for example, you wanted to find somebody on Facebook who was a professional. Okay? Doctors, lawyers, chiropractors. Or let's say you wanted to find people and you wanted to filter down male or female. Show me all the women between over 45 on Facebook that live in Dallas that like personal development. Show me all the women on Facebook that are in California. And literally you have a whole list of people. You know, people join groups on Facebook. Why? So that they can connect with like-minded people. What happens when you go in a group? You get slammed. Everybody wants to sell you something. And there are going to be more better prospects for you just in the general population than you're going to find in a group. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to people you know, and if they're new, if you find them on Facebook, you send them a little message. Hey, found you on Facebook, let's connect. And as soon as they accept your friend request, what you have to do, don't wait for them to write to you. You write back. Every day, we're going to give you a routine, daily routine. Every day you get up, you look to see who's having a birthday, but you should be working 3 or 4 days ahead. So if you send somebody a birthday request 4 days before their birthday, they're going to answer you right away. If you hit them on the day of their birthday, what's going to happen? You're going to be buried in a list of other. Now, one day a year, you have your own birthday. Or, unless you're my wife and she has 2 birthdays a year. But what you do is you use that as an excuse when people wish you a happy birthday. Hey, thanks for the birthday wishes. And now you want to go through a series of questions to discover whether the person on the other end is really somebody that you even want to talk to about your business. And you can qualify them with 4 or 5 questions, and we're going to give you those. Just pay attention to the answers. And literally, you can decide whether I want to talk about this business or I don't. So if you decide I don't want to talk about the business, then what did you avoid? Rejection. And you've avoided wasting your time, right? Now, in addition, you got people that you're connected with, that's the first group. Then you got people that you're connected with that you absolutely don't know. So when you do a search and you put, well, we're friends, we've been friends for a long time, but we've never talked. And so it's easy to just reach out to somebody that you're connected to and say, hey, I just noticed, we're friends on Facebook. I have no idea how it happened. Okay? I mean, I don't even like anything on your page, but we're friends. So, I'm just curious, what do you do? You don't want to say that. You want to find something on the page to be complimentary, okay? Because people love compliments. And, you keep the conversation focused on the other person, they continuously answer you. I'll give you an example. You send a message to somebody. Statistically, the average person responds to a text message in 90 seconds. 90 seconds. You used to be able to call people and they'd pick up, but now everybody's got an answering machine. So we're protected. We got that answering machine, it's our buffer. We see the number, we don't want to answer. Well, on Facebook, it's a little different because you got them on your little list. And all of a sudden, you see them pop on. Or all of a sudden, you get a notification that they just changed their picture or they just did something. They're there. So you can send them a little message. So you can always be in control of conversation, communication. Okay? Now, there's a third list, and those are the people on Facebook that you absolutely have no connection to. And that's frankly the bulk of Facebook. Now we talked about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a social network just like Facebook. It was originally set up for almost like a depository for your resumes. It was very structured, it was boring. People just put their resume up there. Originally it was for business cards, and then it evolved. And these social networks have evolved. Well, LinkedIn has the best searching feature on a social network, with the exception of Match.com. All right. See, Match.com is a dating site, and your profile is made up of little nuggets. When you check off your gender, that's a nugget. When you indicate you're married, that's a nugget. I call it your Facebook DNA. So it's very, very important that you check off all the boxes so that you can be found by more people. The more visible you are, the more, am I doing something? Okay. Okay, so the whole idea is you take your profile, you put yourself out there, you talk about all the good stuff, and we're going to show you how to create a good profile. It starts with a picture. Starts with a picture. You want to be treated as a serious professional person, have a professional picture taken. All right? Because that's the first thing people see. On Facebook, then it's going to be your cover. Okay? Then it's going to be the contents of your page. And that's your calling card. You can literally go out and you can connect with all kinds of people that you'd enjoy talking to. You know, coming up here, I was talking to, on the phone, a woman that is a lawyer, okay? And she's, on LinkedIn, she has like 3,000 or 4,000 direct connections. And so she's going to literally be able to use LinkedIn to connect with all of her. She's got so many people she's connected to, she never has to look for strangers, right? Never has to. But for those of you that have burned through your warm market, you can go on Facebook, just do a search. Show me all the women over 45 in Fort Lauderdale. Show me all the, you know, actually we've been teaching this for the last 2 months about searching for people in Orlando. The next time this company has an event, every one of you here should have 10 people. 10 people, all right? At least 10 people. Some of you will have more. And how does that happen? You make a connection with somebody. So you can do a search. Show me all the people that live in Orlando. Show me all the men that live in Orlando. But we can dig deeper. We can say, show me all of the women in Orlando that like Gucci. All right? When you're searching for people and you're looking for people that are relatively successful, that want more, you're looking for people that can afford to get into your business. That's why that first question, what do you do, is so important. What do you do? Oh, I've been unemployed for the last 6 months and I'm about to move in with my parents. Talk to somebody else. Okay? Talk to somebody else. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You have to identify as quickly as you can who the other person is, because, you know, Amway came up with a saying years ago, fake it till you make it. And that is made for social media. Because you're going to see all kinds of health coaches, all kinds of life coaches, the fastest growing group on LinkedIn, social media experts.
Yes.
Everybody's a social media expert.
Yeah.
All right? So you dig a little deeper. Oh, really? That's really wonderful. How long have you been a social networking expert? Oh, 2 years. Really? What did you do before? I drove a Federal Express truck. You still doing that? Well, yeah. You know, are you doing your business full-time or part-time? Doing it part-time. What do you do the rest of the time? I still drive the truck. So the idea is to pierce what you see, get down to who that person really is, and engage them in the conversation. And you have to disarm the salesman. In other words, if you reach out to another network marketer, you know, you reach out to anybody that's in sales, on LinkedIn, it's, you know, you say hello, and they go, come back, and they go, hi, this is what I do, here's the link to my website, and if you have any questions, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't work that way. And actually what you can do, if you like the other person, what I say you like what you see, you can have fun with this. And what we're going to teach you is something that you can do and have fun with. How many people here have a sense of humor? Okay? If you don't have a sense of humor, we're going to give you the jokes. You're going to develop a sense of humor, okay? Now, I want you to write this down because I want you to make this post on Facebook today. If you think no one cares if you're alive, try missing a couple of payments. Okay? If you think no one cares if you're alive, try missing a couple of payments. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to see how many people react to that. The people who like it, that's an interaction. It's a form of engagement. Everybody keeps talking about engagement. A like, a post, a share. It's engagement. But the most important engagement that you can engage in is talking to somebody. Send them a message. Years ago, I was brought in to train the leaders in a company. And one of the distributors there had the distinction of, he was a social media expert. He added 300,000 followers to Twitter in 1 year. He's ranked as the number 8 social media expert. But he never made any money doing it. Well, he got a hold of the scripts book that we're going to give you. In 4 months, he was at the top of the company. Today, he's the number 1 distributor in his company.
Wow.
And it's all about conversation. All about conversation. So you can first reach out to the people you know, and then you have the opportunity to reach out to anybody that you see on your Facebook page, from your homepage. If you see, you know, you see your news feed is like a river. It's like a never-ending commercial. So you go down there and you look at what people are doing. You can look at the people that are posting it. You can look at the people who are connected to the people that are posting it. And you can literally pick and choose anybody to talk to. Now, when you start adding to the Facebook community by providing value, by posting things that are not commercials for your business, but posting things that would be of value to your end user, the customer on the other end. For example, if you were looking for fitness instructors, a couple of times a day you post motivational posters that relate to fitness. You go on Google Images and type in motivational quotes for, and you can find motivational quotes for everything. Start posting some of them. Motivational posts for success. What kind of success? Health success, business success, life success, all there. You got a favorite speaker? Jim Rohn motivational quotes.
Yes.
Brian Tracy motivational quotes. Doesn't matter. Anything that's there. And come up, take a couple of those, post them, and then watch and see what happens. But if you post, if you think no one cares if you're alive, try missing a couple of payments. When people react to that, again, what are you going to do? You're going to say, hey, I'm glad you like my post. And that gives you an opportunity to start a conversation as opposed to you coming out of the blue at someone. You're reacting to something they did. They're reacting to something you did that has nothing to do with your business. Okay? So jokes, and there are all kinds of great jokes. One-liner jokes are amazing. We're going to give you a couple of websites that you can go to. They're all over the place. Another thing that you can post, and this one, this is the killer, okay? I'm ready to help, write this one down. I'm ready to help 5 more people retire early with their own internet business. All right? Now you're going to post that today. And then on Monday, post, I'm ready to help 4 more. Drop the number. Okay? Let a couple of days go by, I'm ready to help 3 more. And you can do it every day. Monday it's 5, Tuesday it's 4, Wednesday it's 3, Thursday it's 2, Friday it's 1, and then what do? Take the weekend off. On Monday you start again, 5 more, and it's more. I am ready to help, not I am looking. Because what we're going to teach you to do is you don't have to wait for people to react and respond to your posts. There are people on social media that are what we call eager socializers. And the eager socializers, these are the people, man, they got a follow me button. Show me someone that's got a follow me button, eager socializer. Now Facebook has evolved like all the social networks, and you can only have 5,000 friends. How many people here have 5,000 friends on Facebook? Okay, you have 5,000? Okay, lose some. Never let your list get to 5,000. You got to keep it at 4,995, and let me tell you why. People will still be able to follow you, but you never get that little notice that says they want to be your friend. If you keep it at 4,995, then the friend requests can pile up. You got 1,200 pending friend requests. But you don't get the pending friend requests if you're at 5,000. However, you can still look and see who's following you. So every day you can pick up the new followers. The whole point is you want to talk to these people. Hey, I'm glad you like me enough to follow me. What do you do? When you're talking to people, you want to know the answers to 3 basic questions. What do they do? How long have they been doing it? And what did they do before? Those are the 3 basic questions. And while you think they're business related, they're not. You know, when I was building a network marketing business, I spent 7 months recruiting at happy hour in Palm Beach, between 5 and 7. 2 upscale bars. I was meeting, interesting class of people. But I recruited in 7 months the largest group of dysfunctional distributors in the company. So where you're prospecting, where you're recruiting, it's going to determine the kind of an organization you have. But the bottom line is when you're talking to somebody anywhere, you don't have to be in the lobby of the hotel. Start the conversation over anything, but get quickly to what do you do? And the thing is, If you ask somebody what they do, 85% of the time, they're gonna come back and they're gonna ask you what you do. And the truth is, it doesn't matter if they ever ask you what you do, because you can find out very, very quickly and subtly, they don't even realize you're doing it. You're learning about the other person, you're gonna discover, this is somebody that I wanna talk to. Or, I don't think so. And you don't have to unfriend somebody that's not a prospect for your business, because they have friends. And whenever you do something, what you do can be visible not only to them, but to their friends. So every day, what we want to do is we want to reach out and make it part of our daily method of operation. We're going to talk to 5 people. And we talk, chatting is talking. Now, it could be an initial, hi, let's be friends. Then when they accept your friend, you're going to write back and you're going to go, hey, it's nice to have you as a friend, what do you do? And then, oh really, how long have you been doing that? And what did you do before? And by the time you get the answers to those 3 questions, they're going to pour their hearts out to you. Now, some of you may have conversations. I was talking to this person 5 months ago and it died. You can literally go back today and reignite that conversation. You can start a conversation with anyone simply by reacting or responding to something they do. So you go to their page, you haven't talked to them in a while, you see they posted something yesterday that you can genuinely like, and you write back, hey, and you like it, share it, put it on your page, and then send them a little private message, and everything should be done in a private message. Don't, you know, if it's on their page in a little box, and you get into that comment back and forth, it's confined to that box. You want to send them a private message so that it's in their message history, so you can remember what you said. So what we're going to do is we're going to reach out to people that are birthday, okay? We're going to look for people on our page that have posted something that we can react and respond to, and we're going to say, hey, I love that post. It's either, what are you doing these days, if you haven't talked to them in a while, or it's going to be, you know, we've been friends on here for some time, but we've never really talked, because if you hadn't done anything, it should be there. What do you do? And start the conversation. LinkedIn has added over almost 3 dozen Facebook features. So many features that it's now being called Facebook for Professionals. You want to build your business in Sydney, Australia? You go on LinkedIn. Show me all of, well, one would be the social media expert, internet marketers. There is a distinct group of people who would be interested in National Wealth Center. And that's what you have to focus on, okay? You can't help everybody, you can't save everybody. And I believe if you're going to talk to somebody and you're going to market your service or you market your product, talk to the person that can buy the expensive product. They're easy to spot, they're easy to identify. And if you talk to the right people, you're going to be talking to 5 to 10 people every day. And if you're doing the right things, you're going to make a sale. And you're going to do it from your public profile. So you reach out to somebody, you make the connection, and now you start a dialogue. And you can literally send them a message, because everybody on Facebook is hooked up to a mobile device. LinkedIn, I have to tell you, is last year, in September, they added live chat. Everybody thought they were going to do it when they went public a couple of years ago, but they didn't. And the reason they didn't do it was their biggest customers were headhunters and very, very professional people. They were using it for what it was designed, a resume. Well, they've lost control of it. Okay, their fastest growing group on LinkedIn are millennials. 40 million right out of college. A couple of years ago, a friend in another company, actually Marty we work with, was in a company. He came to me and said, listen, I want to recruit millennials. And Marty is in his 50s. Well, you go on LinkedIn, and he lived in Phoenix, so showed him how to go in there. We're going to show you how to do this. You find everybody that went to the University of Arizona State from LinkedIn, and I think there's 300,000 people. Now again, you use some of the controls and you can filter that down. Show me all of the people that went to Arizona State, graduated in 2013. When they graduated, now they're out there in the marketplace, and you know, they're not making the kind of money. They're managing a Wendy's, or they've got some kind of an entry-level position. And it gets better than that. I mean, literally, you could filter it down to people in sales from a school in a particular area. On LinkedIn, you could literally type in a zip code, get the zip code of the hotel here, and you can find everybody on LinkedIn within 10 miles, 50 miles, 100 miles. But just because these people are in front of you doesn't mean you want to talk to someone. If you wanted to talk to a chiropractor, if you wanted to talk to any kind of a professional, you're going to have thousands of people to choose from. But not everybody is what we call an eager socializer. The eager socializers have complete pages full of information. The next group are the e-marketing socializers. Now they're selling stuff. And these are the easiest people to talk to, and they're the easiest people to sell to. After that, you have the reluctant socializers. These are the people who don't want to know you, don't want to hear from you. They've got minimal information on their page, and when you reach out to these people, that's when you get in trouble with Facebook, because they complain about you. And the last group are what we call the missing in action socializers. Because 3 years ago, they went on Facebook, they wanted to make a lot of money. They look like eager socializers, but the problem is, they didn't make any money, so they abandoned the page. If they haven't been on Facebook for 2 years, sending them a message is a waste of your time. So we're going to show you how to identify the eager socializers, the e-marketing socializers. We're going to show you how to search for them. We're going to show you how to make that initial connection. And now, we're going to show you how to connect with a total stranger. It's not spamming. You're reacting to something they did. You start a conversation, and you end up 10 or 15 minutes, and this could be 10 or 15 minutes over a couple of days. And you'll end up closing. You know, you qualify them, you find out you've got a solution to their problem, sign them up in the business. If you've got any kind of a sales funnel, okay, you can use this approach to fill your sales funnel. So you don't have to spend money on AdWords or pay-per-click. You do a little bit of the legwork, but the quality of lead that goes into your funnel is 1,000 times better than what you're getting from pay-per-click, all right? So let's just to summarize, because tomorrow, I want to see how you did. Find people that are having a birthday, send them a little message, make that post about the joke, and don't answer them right away. You can answer them with, hey, I'm glad you like my post. Ask them what they do, or what have you been doing these days, and stop it right there, all right? Tomorrow we're going to show you how to bring it around and literally call. Some of you will go on your own and you'll close the sale because it becomes so obvious. Post a joke. Don't do it all at once. Post a joke first, wait a couple of hours, post, I'm ready to help. 5 more people retire early with their own internet business. And don't wait for people to react to you. Go and look on your page, see who's having a birthday on Wednesday. Hey, notice your birthday's coming up on Wednesday, want to wish you a happy birthday. By the way, what are you doing these days? And just get the conversations going. If you can have 10 conversations a day from your personal page between what you're going to have in the home study course and what we're going to teach in boot camp, realistically, all of you should be closing, I would think, at least 1 a week. And we want to sell the higher package. And the thing is that when you bring somebody into your business, immediately what do? You get them to post, you get them to react to their friends, you get them to approach their warm market. It's generic network marketing that they've been teaching for years in the real world.
Yes.
You brought it on social media. And I remember, you know, when I showed it to Suzanne Suzanne last year, she goes, oh my God, I can't believe this. And then she goes, and then she started making sales, and she's going, I'm not going to tell anybody that I'm working with about this. This is my big secret, okay? My big secret. And now, of course, she's at the top, and now she feels comfortable saying it. So I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you. I'm looking forward to working with all of you and helping all of you. There is no one in this room that has to fail. None of you. The fact that you're here, I mean, you guys are serious. You want to bring people into your business that are as serious as you are. Or in some cases, you can bring in people that are even more serious than you are. You can bring in people that are more successful than you are. Nobody has anything on you. What we're going to teach you is so basic and so simple. When you're talking to somebody that's very, very successful, and you could look at their page and you can see they're invisible. They don't know their settings are turned off. You know what they're trying to do, so you give them a little advice. Hey, you know that you're invisible? And all of a sudden you got an next best friend. I think that's where all these social media experts are coming from. But when you see a social media expert and you look at their page on Facebook and they're invisible, that's a clue. Yeah. So feel free, we're here till, the conference is over. I'm here to answer any of your questions, help you, and I'm looking forward to your participation in boot camp. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's a boot camp. The more you put into it, the more you engage with me during our live sessions, the better off you're going to do. We're going to check out your profiles. We're going to make sure you're absolutely your best. And then you're going to start sending us the conversations. If you're having a problem with anything, we'll make sure you get through it all. And at the other end, if you're talking to 5 to 10 people a day, and you're not making a sale, we're going to go back and we're going to look at what you're saying. And we'll show you what you're doing wrong. And once you get it, hey, move over to Suzanne. All right?
All right.
So is everybody going to post something tonight?
Yeah.
When is boot camp?
Boot camp starts on September the 8th. But we're going to send you a link. We got a couple of videos that you'll be able to watch beforehand. There's a Get Started Fast video. You watch that. It talks about posting and it talks about posting. And you just watch that one, and somebody can make a sale right after you watch that video. Anybody else have any questions?
Actually, we're going to actually send questions for
Oh yeah, I'm going to be here tomorrow. And tomorrow, what we're going to do is I'm going to bring up some examples of online conversations. I'm going to bring up some examples of searches. And on Facebook, it's a little tricky.
Yeah.
They used to have something called graph search, where you could go in, and it was just like a dating site. You could go in and say, show me all the men, show me all the women between 40 and 49 that were married. You could pick by marital status, you could pick by location. It was wonderful. And they discontinued it 2 years ago. And I think around October, we're going to start a campaign. So if you see it on Facebook, you know where it came from. We're going to start a campaign on Facebook to have them reinstitute graph search.
Yes.
And they're going to listen because they're watching LinkedIn. When you want to find someone by a particular profession right now, you find the profession on LinkedIn, look them up on Facebook. So you can communicate back and forth. But we're going to show all of you how to kill it on LinkedIn, okay?
All right.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.